In what ways does your media product use, develop or challenge forms and conventions of real media products? Upsprint Productions was the name of our film company. This was shown at the start of the opening to let the audience know what business created the film. This is an industry convention as well as a legal requirement. Island Pictures is a distributor, though who we decided would be best to distribute our thriller. We included this in our film so the audience know who is bringing the film to their attention. Showing the production company as a distributor at the start of the film is an opening convention. This is similar to the start of the thriller Face Off, where the distributor of the movie is shown in the first 11 seconds of the opening scene. We use the same opening convention. A point of view shot is used when looking in on Jane. This creates an eerie mood and atmosphere as the audience notice that it is like someone's spying on her. This shot can also be seen as a long shot as the audience can see all of Jane and some of her surroundings. This gives the audience an idea of where she is. The shadows create an eerie and dark atmosphere. This is a thriller coded convention. With our opening creating an eerie and dark atmosphere, it engages the audience and makes them want to continue watching to find out what happens next. This is similar to the long shot in Sin City opening where Shelley is seen from behind, however it also passes a point of view shot as it can be what another character can see. The audience can see that Jane is using her phone texting her boyfriend. This is through a close-up shot and this is used so it shows the audience the vital information. Ken Burns is a pan effect that has been used in this shot. This makes the vital information stand out, which once again engages the audience attention. With the lighting being dark and low-key, this gives the impression of the mood. A similar shot is used in the opening of the thriller Seven. This shot has the lighting on the most vital information. This engages the audience's attention. The low-key lighting in Seven is similar to the lighting that is used in our thriller. We have used this convention. It is a thriller coding convention. The opening then cross-cuts as the surrounding the characters change. It is clear to the audience that the scene is at a different time. Cross-cutting is a part of editing, however this builds up the tension and this is a coding convention of a thriller film. Names of the main cast and crew are shown in the bottom right hand corner of the screen. This introduces characters to the audience that many of the thrillers do. This shows we have used the coding convention. This is similar to the film Face Off. Tension is built throughout our opening, including in the scene where Jane is walking downstairs from her workplace. With the background music as well as the footsteps being heard, this creates tension as the music helps create an atmosphere. Stairs being a thriller coding convention, we included this within our opening. However, we challenged the coding convention. Many of the thrillers use stairs in their film as the characters walk up them, showing there is no way to escape. However, with Jane walking down the stairs, the audience don't expect anything suspicious is going to take place. The feet are seen within the use of the close-up shot, which is similar to a shot used in Kill Bill opening scene. The use of black and white shows the audience that this is a flashback. This is the thriller coding convention. We have developed the idea which other thrillers have used. We have challenged it as the black and white effect is not used constantly throughout the thriller. It is only used on the flashback parts which are shown throughout cross-cutting. Sin City, which is a thriller, uses the thriller coding convention of black and white. A two-shot is used in our thriller. Even though it is not a thriller coding convention, it shows the audience the relationship between the two characters. Many other films use a two-shot. We have used a convention which other thrillers have. With two shots being used throughout the film, it shows the audience the characters' behaviour when with each other. This is important as they have an insight into the relationship. This is similar to the two-shot that is used in the thriller Seven. From this shot, the audience can clearly see the close relationship they have and how they are on good terms.
I'm so sorry.
This mid-shot is shown during the cross-cutting. By cross-cutting, which builds up the tension and is the thriller coding convention, it adds more tension to build up suspense to make the audience more engaged. The music that the audience can hear is slowly building tension. This is a thriller coding convention, which is called a score. We've used this coding convention as many other thrillers have used it. This is similar to the thriller Bourne Identity. We've developed this coding convention as our score gradually builds up tension, so it engages the audience, intrigues them into thinking what will happen next. This is the music from Bourne Identity. There is no build-up. The shadows in this scene create an eerie and dark atmosphere which puts the viewer on edge. It adds mystery to the scene which engages the audience. We have challenged this thriller coding convention by making the character have a body shadow rather than in Kill Bill where the shadows are under his feet. This is the clip from the thriller Kill Bill. This scene shows an event that is shocking which will shock the audience. This uses the opening convention that will raise questions within the viewer as they don't know the relationship between the two characters. Events that are shocking are an opening convention. We have used this convention like many other films have, including thrillers. We have challenged this thriller coding convention of a fight scene as the victim is standing up to the villain. In other thrillers you do not see this. However, in Sin City, Shelley argues back with Jackie Boy, however does not hit him.
This scene gives the audience an insight into the character as it shows his mindset and the way he thinks and reacts to the situation. The narrative will then make sense to the viewer and the previous scenes will all link together. The audience questions will be answered. This close-up shot shows the audience the details they need to see, such as a teardrop. This reveals information about the mood and tone within the scene. Information about genre is shown throughout the opening as black and white is a thriller code of convention. However, giving the audience information about the genre is an opening convention. This shot is a low-angle shot which shows the audience how Roman is in control and has more power than Jane. This is similar to the scene in Sin City where Jackie Boy hits Shelley, however you can only see it within the shadows. We decided to challenge the thriller code and convention of having a fight scene as the audience can clearly see what has taken place and this way it will engage their attention. Using shots such as a point of view shot let the audience feel as if they engage in the film and within the character's shoes. We got this inspiration from the film Bourne Identity as the point of view shot created an effect that built suspense and made the mood more tense. Tension is a thriller code and convention, and with tension being created throughout the opening it makes it clear to the audience that the genre of the film is a thriller. Music building tension and suspense is a thriller code and convention, so we use this to create a more thrilling atmosphere, and we develop this by editing the sound and mixing two scores together. With a gun being a thriller code and convention, this gives the audience information about the genre. A close-up shot is used to the vital information and objects are shown to the audience and are clear to see.
I'm going to finish this once and for all.
The end of our opening is a point of view shot which is looking towards the end of a gun. This creates tension and suspense as the audience are intrigued in what will happen next. We developed this from the idea of the thriller Bourne Identity. The shot with Bourne holding a gun at someone is shown, however it is seen in a mid-shot rather than a point of view shot. The point of view shot makes the viewer raise questions about the narrative. These are why Jane are going to be murdered and is she going to be murdered. This is similar to the face-off thriller of why Castor Troy wants to kill Sean Archer. The title appears at the end of the opening, which is shown when the sound of the gun is heard. This makes the audience feel on edge, thrilled and suspicious as they don't know what happened. With the title being shown, this is an opening code and convention. However, we developed this idea as most thrillers show it at the start of their film. In Kill Bill, the title of the film is shown at the end of the opening, which is the same as ours. We got our idea from this thriller and used the convention.